up, guys? Mike here. I got a lot of requests from you guys asking me to do an update video on NIO stock, ticker symbol NIO. And I wanted to give you guys some update about the stock, whether it's a good time to start buying or averaging down if you bought too high, or whether you should be waiting for the stock to go a little bit back down and then buy and load up some more. And I'm also going to go over the general EV market itself. A lot of you told me whether it's going to be slowing down or if it's going to be expanding. And in my opinion, I think the EV market in the future is going to be expanding dramatically. And I'm going to show you exactly why the EV market will expand within the next few years, especially leading up to 2025. And we're going to go over also some charts and technical analysis on NIO stock, whether it's a good time to buy, average down, or sell and get out because NIO is about to drop and die. So we're going to go over all of that in this video. Let's waste no more time. Make sure you guys always smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's begin. Yeah. All right, guys, let's check out what's going on with NIO stock. Ticker symbol is NIO. And as we can see from here, NIO is pretty much in consolidation zone. It's just going up and down, up and down. And it's been going very consistently and trading in the box right here, which is very good news when a stock just continuously trades in a box. Usually a bullish sign could follow after that. So this isn't a bad thing. This could be a pretty good sign coming up. And I usually like it when stocks trade in the box. That tells me the stock is getting pretty stable and it's consolidating, and soon it could be popping at any time. Whether you should be entering a position in NIO stock right now, I would say I am right now against doing it. Not because I'm against NIO, but specifically because the charts are still not very bullish yet, right? It's turning a little bit bullish, but it's not fully bullish yet. It still has a little bit more room to do it. MACD still is pointing all the way down. TSI is still pointing down. There is no crossing over of the MACD or the TSI, and also the histogram is still pointing down as well. But the good news is the histogram is getting smaller and smaller, which could give us some good news that NIO stock will eventually start moving right back up if you guys are interested in buying. Now, where would I target buying this? I think around $39, $40 is a pretty good, decent price to start adding up some shares. If any of you guys added and bought the top like around $54 to $57, I highly suggest you guys start averaging down very soon, especially and specifically around the $39, $40 range. This is your best moment that you can get the stock. I don't see it going down any lower than about $38 because there's just a lot of support levels for this stock, and definitely it is not going down anytime soon to the 27 and 25 area. The stock has been consistently stable and it's been consolidating very consistently, as you can see, and then it just takes off, right? It consolidates, takes off, consolidates, takes off, consolidates, takes off, and that's what it's continuously been doing. And I can pretty much imagine this stock will continuously do that and take off and finally become bullish again, probably go hit around $57 to another $60. Now, where do I see this stock continuously going? The sky is the limit, guys. EV is the future. I'm going to go over some information as to why I'm saying EV is the future, and especially about China, because China specifically wants to have all their cars changed to EV by 2025. So this is a huge portion coming up. EV is going to be extremely hot in the Chinese sector as well as the US sector, and both countries will be promoting EV on a heavy load. They'll be giving them a lot of tax write-off. They'll be giving them a lot of different resources to help expand in the EV market and continuously have it grown a lot faster. Now, this stock is trading around 50 RSI, which is usually where it starts to trade, and it doesn't go down, right? It barely goes down, which is really good. And it's about to become bullish. It's not bullish yet, but it is very close to becoming bullish. That's why I'm saying try to target as low as you can, so around $39 to $40. Maybe even $41, $42 wouldn't be so bad. Today, it did take off, and it did go up, which is pretty good, right? If you are already in it and you got some shares, congratulations. You've got some good bottoms. but it might pull back. That's what you have to be careful of this stock pulling back, because it is still consolidating. It is not very bullish yet, but it is becoming bullish. So if you guys plan on entering it, I would suggest buying anywhere around $39 up to $42 is where you should be loading up and averaging down. If you bought around 57, right, 54, 57, you bought the top. And one thing I don't like about Chinese companies is that they lie a lot. All right, during the earnings call, I was listening to the conference call, and they said we have $2 billion in cash and we do not expect to do any offerings, right? And guess what happens? 2 weeks later, they do an offering, right? That's what I don't like about Chinese companies, because they lie a lot, right? They say they're not going to do an offering, and then within a week or two, they do an offering, right? They say they have plenty of cash reserves. They have $2 billion sitting on cash. And what do? Within a week or two, they do an offering, and then it drives the stock price even lower. And that's probably around this date. I don't remember the exact date they did the offering, but it's messed up, right? Like, this was probably the date right here on December 9th, all right? That's what I don't trust about Chinese companies, and I am going to give you guys some warnings to be very careful and be very cautious when it comes to Chinese companies, because they tend to do very poorly in the past, and they have given a lot of misinformation, and it has caused the stocks to go down really heavily because of those misinformation, and caused the stock to crash heavily and cause a lot of traders to lose a lot of money, right? That's why I'm saying be cautious when you're trading Chinese sectors, Chinese companies, especially NIO. This company has been continuously growing well, but you should still be very cautious of your trades and how much you put into this market. All right, so China expects to see eye-popping electric vehicles demand within the next 2 years, right? Specifically, I think China wants to convert pretty much all their EV cars into all their cars, all their transportation cars into EV cars only. And they did say something about 2025 is the date that they expect the EV sector to only exist, and they're trying to get rid of any natural gas or oil cars being used, and they just want to convert fully into EV sector, EV cars only. There is an analyst by Ivy's. He believes that China should be expanding into the 2021 and 2022 across the board in demand in just EV sector, specifically with Tesla models. They did approve Tesla models to be sold in China recently, and it's going to only expand a lot more, especially for Tesla. And they also expect other dominant players that are playing into the Chinese territory, specifically BYD, NIO, XPNG, and Li Autos, to be growing and firing at a rapid rate, and growth is expected for the Chinese sector in the EV department specifically. So they do expect EV to continuously grow. So that's why I think stocks like NIO, XPeng, and Li will be growing very steadily in the next year or two, especially in 2021. So here's a chart that I did find that it's the expected market for EV sales in 2021 growth, and based on the U.S. sales. This is not China sales, this is just U.S. sales. And as we can see, from 2019, EV sales has been growing at an exponential rate, pretty much doubling every single year. And I do expect this to continuously grow, right? I do expect 2021 to double again, especially since California is trying to ban all oil cars being sold by 2025, and so many other states will continuously to do that. So expect the EV sector to become extremely hot over the next year or two, and it's going to be dominating the car sales coming up. Especially Tesla is probably going to be selling at a numerous rate. And this is pretty much good news for NIO. NIO might not be able to expand to the U.S. territory because there's just so much limitations on U.S. going on right now, especially with the tariffs. But if the new president decides to change some of the rules, so NIO might have a chance to come into the U.S. territory as well, and not just be Tesla as the dominant trader right now in the EV market going on. There's a lot of expectation that in 2021 to be a very, very strong year for the EV market in general, and a lot of investors will continue to be pouring their money into stocks that are EV related, especially with these hot SPACs, right? There's a lot of EV SPACs coming into play, and I expect that a lot of investors to continue pouring money into these stocks. So this is something you guys should definitely be on a lookout for. Like I mentioned earlier, the Chinese government does forecast EV sales to jump about 20% by 2025. They're already the world's largest plug-in vehicles. China right now does expect to fourfold to 20% of new vehicle sales by 2025. And I did say earlier that China does want to switch from all of its regular cars to EV cars sales only. So do expect the EV market to continuously grow, and it's probably going to continuously be the biggest in the world in the compared to US in China only. So do expect NIO to continuously grow as a stock, as a company, and their sales will definitely grow. They only had about 120,000 car sales in 2020, and compared to Tesla, which had about like 400 to 600,000. I don't remember the exact number, but Tesla had much more sales than NIO. But don't expect that to continue. I do expect NIO to expand and do a lot more sales in the future coming up, especially as Chinese government is pushing for EV vehicles over the oil and natural gas cars. Thanks again for watching my video. As always, make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so YouTube could alert you when my next video comes out. Also, feel free to add me on Instagram. I pretty much post any of my buys or sells that I do. I do try to post it on Instagram, and also post other informations that are useful for you guys to use on Instagram. So make sure to check me out. Also, guys, if you have any other questions you'd like to ask me on NIO or other specific stocks, or whether you'd like me to do a video on it, leave a comment below and let me know, and I try to answer you, or maybe make a video on that specific stock that you guys are interested in. Also, right now, WeBull has a promotion. They are giving 4 free stocks, 1 for just signing up to use their platform, and 3 additional stocks when you make a deposit of $100 or more, and WeBull will give you 4 free stocks, all a minimum of $8 and all the way up to $1,600. So check the link for that. Also, FirstTrade gives some pretty good stocks. Check the link for that one as well. If you want another free stock, Robinhood gives out pretty good stocks as well. All the links in the description box below. Thank you again for watching my videos, and until next time, make money with Mike.